All right, I'm going to show you guys a couple of watches here that I never really think to ask for, but thankfully, David over at Saltzmans Watches sent these over. He's at the Cranston location. So if you want to reach out to someone over at the Cranston location, ask for David. If you're reaching out to the other location, then ask for Richard. So I'll put their contact information down below. Now let's get into these watches and where they fit in. So if you're a regular on this channel, I think you'll appreciate this. If you're new to the channel, I hope you will appreciate this as well. So yeah, okay, here we go. Let me give you a reference first. Most people out there that are wearing watches are probably wearing Apple watches, but most people are not wearing these expensive luxury automatics, let alone some really cool kind of like larger micro brand stuff like this, or, you know, like a Zelos or something. That's probably not what most watch people are wearing, or someone that's new into watches, or maybe you want to gift somebody a watch. That's where these two watches come in. I really think these strike a balance with getting someone a nice watch. These are Swiss made, sapphire crystals. One's titanium, one's stainless steel, from a massive brand, Tissot, that is also part of a bigger corporation, the Swatch Group. So they have Swiss movements, you know, great design, great look, but affordable price points. And they're quartz. I think that's probably one of the more important things of this, other than it's not a, I don't want to bash on any particular brand, but it's not like you walked into some department store and just picked up a watch that looked nice. They do look nice. I get it. They are fashion pieces. But yeah, they're just, these are going to last a lot longer. These are just nicer built quality timepieces when you go to a name brand like Tissot. So I would rather people spend basically the same amount of money. Once you start dipping into like this guy here, the Ballade green dial is $350. That's before any discounts that, you know, Dave may or may not give you if you name drop me, would land you into this guy. And it has a nice 5-link bracelet. It's incredibly thin, nicely shaped, very ornate looking with that fluted bezel, and pretty spectacular dial. You have very easy to read, and you have a nice oversized date window, I think there. You don't need a date magnifier. So just a good clean watch. I'm not personally a huge fan of butterfly clasp, but this one pulls it off nicely. Has quick release spring bars, so you could swap it out to a strap if you wanted to, and it has a standard width opening here. Let's cover the size. This is 39.9. It's going to present a little bit larger, but for most people, I think that's going to be fine. Easier to read, bigger display. The lug to lug is a 47.5 millimeter. Thickness is only 8.75 millimeter. You have a push-pull crown, 100-meter water resist, 20 millimeter lug opening, and the bracelet does taper down to 18 millimeter, and then you have a 5.5 millimeter signed crown. I can show you what it looks like on my 7.25 inch wrist. Of course, this is not sized for my wrist right now, but you can see it wears great. That thin profile, this is going to be a very non-intimidating watch for a new watch wearer. And I think that's really where it's going to land. I think it's going to land on someone that doesn't have 20 watches, 100 watches, obsessed with automatics and different movements and brands and stuff like that. They just want a nice watch. This is that. This is just a nice watch. You know, could someone like me or you that are obsessed with all these other watches wear one of these? Absolutely. Definitely someone like me that has, in my mind, no place for a dressier type watch. This one could fill that role. An affordable price point, still a good quality brand, and a great looking watch, and looks great on my wrist. I think it does anyway. Now this one over here is titanium. So what you get with the titanium is a lighter weight. It does feel a little bit different. I think the stainless steel feels more quality in most people's minds. A little bit of weight comes with the thought of quality. So this one might feel a little less than that, even though it's clearly not. So this guy here is the Gentleman TI, titanium, even says it on the dial. And you're gonna have lume on all these and everything. This one's a little bit larger, not much. It is 40 millimeter, 48.79 lug to lug, thickness just 9 millimeter. The lug opening, a little weird. I think I measured at 21, and then it does taper down to 19. 5.5 millimeter push-pull crown, 100 meter water resist. Price point on this does jump up a little bit. It's $550. But if it gives you the look you want, then that's where you want to go. Titanium is nice for temperature extremes. It just balances out. Also, if the wearer might have any sort of potential allergies towards alloys, the titanium is usually a safe zone. It's hyperallergenic. So it sounds weird because stainless steel usually doesn't cause issue with people, but it does occasionally happen. And if that's the case, then you pretty much need to go with titanium, or you're going to have to go with some sort of like resins or something. And even those can cause problems, I guess. So, but titanium, as far as I know, it doesn't really cause any issues. So that's another option. So let me know what you guys think. If I had to pick between these two, I am a huge fan of titanium, but I would side with this guy here. For one, I think it just looks fantastic. It has more bling to it, and it costs less. And I'm assuming it has the exact same movement, so that's a non-issue. It just goes by look and everything. So I like the bracelet. I love the contrast of the brush and polish. Although this one doesn't have it, it does have it as well. I just think the Ballade pulls it off a little more fluent with its contrast in the just beautiful green dial. So let me know what you guys think. Let me lume these up and I'll give you a quick look at that. Of course, like I always do. And there's other models. These aren't the only ones, but yeah. And again, even in the lume department, there's a little more real estate on the green dial one. So thanks for watching, guys. And again, big thanks to Saltzmans. I'll see you on the next vid.